n into ये n into molar mass of element by molar mass of compound into 100 है और टेक्स्ट बुक में n नहीं है.
n का मतलब क्या है? n क्या है वहां पे?
Number of moles of the element and 1 mole of compound.
सही तो लिखा है, आपके टीचर ने सही लिखा है, स्कूल वाले टीचर.
टेक्स्ट बुक में तो n नहीं है मेंशन, उसमें डिफरेंट वे में सॉल्व किया.
डिफरेंट वे अलग होगा, बट इट इज गोइंग टू बी द सेम थिंग ओनली. चलिए ठीक है, देखते हैं. दिस इज जस्ट बिफोर एम्पिरिकल फॉर्मूला आई थिंक. एम्पिरिकल फॉर्मूला, मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्मूला, मास ऑफ, परसेंटेज ऑफ हाइड्रोजन, परसेंटेज ऑफ ऑक्सीजन. इसमें सवाल भी नहीं होगा कोई. चलिए देखते हैं. ना ना ना. Calculate the mass percent of different element present in sodium sulfate. ठीक है, फाइन. तो बेसिकली आपको क्या करना, सोडियम सल्फेट में मतलब द मास परसेंट ऑफ डिफरेंट एलिमेंट दैट इज प्रेजेंट. तो इसको सॉल्व करते हैं. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी विल कैलकुलेट द मोलर मास ऑफ Na2SO4. मोलर मास ऑफ Na2SO4 कितना हो जाएगा बताइए. सोडियम का आई थिंक दिस इज देयर इन योर नोटबुक. फॉर सोडियम इट इज 23 into 2. ठीक है, प्लस सल्फर के लिए 32 प्लस 4 into ऑक्सीजन के लिए 4 into 16. ठीक है, सो 23 into 2 कितना हो जाएगा, 46 प्लस 32 प्लस 16 4 जा 64. करेक्ट है गाइस, ऑन ऑफिशियल मी. यहाँ तो समझ में आ रहा है ना सबको. अलीना, अली एंड फैज.
यस सर.
6 4 10 का 0. ठीक है, 6 नहीं 10 का 0 और एक 2 भी तो है. 6 4 10, 12 का 2, फिर 8. 6 4 10 11 12 13 14, 142. एक बार कंफर्म कर लीजिएगा, 142 ही आ रहा है.
यस सर, 142.
What about others?
यस सर.
है ना, ठीक है. अब उसमें देखिए, इसकी फॉर्मूला पे नहीं जाना आपको, ठीक है ना. समझ लीजिए एक बार कंसेप्ट. फॉर्मूला तो फॉर्मूला कुछ नहीं होता है, ठीक है. फॉर्मूला कुछ नहीं होता है. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल 48 डजन, हाउ मेनी 48 बनानास, हाउ मेनी डजन अरीना? 48 बनानास में कितने डजन होंगे?
डजन तो 12 ही होंगे.
डजन 12 होगा. अरे मतलब अगर आपके पास 48 बनानास है, सो व्हाट वी कैन सी, हाउ मेनी डजन ऑफ बनानास आर देयर?
4.
4 है ना. तो फॉर्मूला तो नहीं है ना, फॉर्मूला है क्या?
नहीं.
तो ऐसे ही समझिए
नहीं.
जरा. This 23 into 2, this represents the mass of Na in Na2SO4. Correct है? Mass of sodium atoms. This 32 represents the mass of sulfur atoms. Total mass of sulfur atoms. This represents the total mass of oxygen atoms. क्या ख्याल है? Make sense? Yes or no?
यस सर.
Alina.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
ठीक है. Now I will calculate percentage mass of, है ना? Percentage mass और mass percent of, बोलिए, mass percent of sodium atoms. Basically क्या, 23 into 2 divide by 142 into 100. ऐसे ही तो होगा.
Yes sir.
कुछ फॉर्मूला लगा क्या? टेल मी.
नो
No
सर.
sir.
नहीं ना, तो बस ऐसे ही है, आगे कर लीजिए सारा. आपकी टीचर ने उसमें फॉर्मूला सही से ही बताया, बिल्कुल फॉर्मूला से, ठीक है ना. एंड आई सी एनसीईआरटी में कहाँ फॉर्मूला है फॉर दिस?
सर एक क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किया है, उसमें है.
कौन सा क्वेश्चन बताइए. अच्छा, परसेंट मास परसेंट ऑफ एन एलिमेंट इज इक्वल टू मास ऑफ दैट एलिमेंट इन द कंपाउंड इनटू 100 बाय मोलर मास ऑफ द कंपाउंड, है ना. उसके बाद मोलर मास ऑफ वाटर लिया
हाँ वाटर लिया
है ना? तो सी व्हाट दे आर सेइंग ना इन द एनसीईआरटी, मास ऑफ दैट एलिमेंट इन द कंपाउंड। ठीक है, तो टोटल मास की बात करें जहां पे 23 × 2 दोनों ही आ चुके हैं, बट योर टीचर दे हैव इलेबोरेटेड इट ताकि आप सीधा फॉर्मूला में प्लग इन कर सके। जैसे 23 क्या है यहाँ पे, इट इज द मोलर मास ऑफ Na। 2 क्या है, how many Na atoms you are having, 142 is the molar mass, and NCERT has also done in a similar way. If you look at the mass percentage of hydrogen, can you see just below, molar mass of
यस
water is 18.02, mass percentage of hydrogen 2 कहां से आया उसमें, 2 into 1, 2 is the
एच
number
टू
of hydrogen atom।
एच टू
हाँ
या
H2 आया ना? तो यू अंडरस्टूड, जो टीचर एंड एनसीईआरटी दोनों सेम चीज लिखा है, दोनों ने सेम चीज लिखा है। ठीक है, चलिए
ओके सर
प्लीज कॉपी दिस डाउन, कॉपी कर लीजिए इसको। आई थिंक फर्दर यू कैन कैलकुलेट, है ना? फर्दर यू कैन कैलकुलेट। ये तो हम स्कूल पे छोड़ देते हैं दिस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक। आई यूजुअली नॉट टेक दिस बिकॉज इट इज नॉट वेरी यूजफुल आल्सो इन द नेक्स्ट चैप्टर्स। अलीना, आपकी तरफ से ना कुछ ऐसा डिस्टरबेंस आ रहा है मुझे पता है।
एसी चल रहा है
एसी का डिस्टरबेंस नहीं है, मतलब इतना जोर भी एसी नहीं चल रहा है। इट्स लाइक देयर इज माइक, अगर आपने इफ योर हेडफोन्स आर प्लग्ड इन तो हेडफोन निकाल लीजिए, जरा वैसे चेक कर लीजिए। अगर आपने ईयरफोन्स नहीं लगाए तो ईयरफोन लगा लीजिए। टर्न योर माइक ऑन नाउ अलीना, कुछ चेंज करके।
सर अभी भी आवाज आ रही है
इट्स नॉट एसी बाय द वे, एसी मत बंद कर लीजिए फिर आपको गर्मी लगे। चलिए ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम, आज झेल लेंगे हम लोग। डन टिल हियर, यस और नो प्लीज टेल मी।
यस सर
ठीक है, चलिए एक सवाल कर लीजिए आप, ठीक है? दिस इज एम्पिरिकल फॉर्मूला, मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्मूला। प्लीज कॉपी दिस क्वेश्चन एंड डू अप्रोक्सीमेशंस, ओके? और लोवेस्ट का मतलब स्मॉलेस्ट होता है ना, ध्यान रखिएगा उसको। नॉट लोवेस्ट इन द सीक्वेंस ऑफ एटम्स बट रादर द स्मॉलेस्ट वैल्यू ऑफ मोल। Take 3 more minutes. I understand there will be some calculations and more, but try to do approximations, okay? Try to do approximations. One more minute left, guys. Once 3 minutes are over now, you will send me whatever you have done. Okay, guys, please send me whatever you have done till now, and please be quick. Stop if you're writing, leave your pen aside, and click a photo, send the answers on my WhatsApp. Whatever you have done, I don't need the answers. Send me the photo and keep doing it, okay?
Sir, I don't have phone now.
You don't have any phone? No one is at home.
Everyone is.
Everyone is out.
Sir, everyone is sleeping. They have their phone. I'll just check one.
Huh? Take anyone's phone, send me the answers. What happened? I have not got any answers here. इतना तो time ना लगाए ना आप लोग. चलिए, I'm not going to see any answers now. It has been too long. Please see how to do this question. This is not really right, yaar. I gave you too much time, and I'm not telling you to give me the answers. Send me just whatever you have done. The atoms, whatever we have. Okay, Alina just got your answers. ना हड़बड़ में भेजा आपने, सही से फोटो भी नहीं ली है आपने. See it. Atoms. So what atoms we are having? We are having hydrogen, we are having carbon, and we are having chlorine, right?
Yes.
And the mass percentage. Mass percentage for hydrogen is 4. I can take 0.07 छोड़
0.07.
सकते हैं. 0.7
Okay.
छोड़ देते हैं ना.
Okay, sir.
It's not going to make too much difference here. 4, and here also I'm going to take 24 ले लेते हैं. ठीक है. 24.27, you know, 24.5, but still it's going to be approximately same only. So take it at 24.27. Here we are having 71.65. Now we are going to calculate the number of moles. तो इसी को डिवाइड करना पड़ेगा 1 से, इसको डिवाइड करना पड़ेगा 12 से, इसको डिवाइड 71 नहीं लिख पाए हम सही सर. 71.65. So it's 35.5.
35. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll get the number of moles. बताइए कितना कितना मोल्स आ रहा है सबका?
Sir, 422.
422.
No, sir, 4.07.
Sorry. 4.07.
Yes, it's 422.
422 only, na? 07, so we can ignore that part, right? Now, चलिए ठीक है. I mean, it's fine. Next है आपके पास क्या? Next we have the whole number ratio. Other ratio.
सर इसमें तो दोनों में 2 ही है लोवेस्ट.
तो 2 से डिवाइड कर देंगे क्या होगा, है ना? So this also divided by 2. So 4 by 2 is equal to 2. 2 by 2 is equal to 2. Sorry, is equal to
1.
It's 1.
2 by 2 is equal to 1. जो भी lowest है ना, 2 lowest है तो 2 से ही सब डिवाइड कर देना. We have got the ratio in whole numbers itself. So carbon को पहले लिखते हैं carbon, and then 2 hydrogens, and then 1 chlorine. ठीक है. And they are giving the molar mass. इतना 98.96 है. And for this empirical formula mass we can calculate. Empirical formula mass will be equal to 12 plus 2 plus 35.3. So it will be basically 0.5 to will be as it is. 5, 9, and 3 plus 1, 4. ठीक है, 49.5. Now the integral value that we need to multiply is n is equal to molecular formula mass. Well, the molecular formula mass divided by empirical formula mass. Molecular formula mass is given as 98.96, जिस पे approximate करके 99 कर सकते हैं, divided by 49.5, which will be equal to 2. So we can say that molecular formula will be equal to twice of empirical formula, and this will be equal to what? Carbon 2 into CH2Cl. This will be equal to C2H4Cl2. This will be our molecular formula. All of you understood this? Yes, only please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right, next. Next part that we are going to cover is the concentration term. Solutions के बारे में हम लोग बात करेंगे. ठीक है. This is also going to be a very important part, and this is something that you will be needing till your end of 12th standard. ठीक है. So please write the topic solution. What is solution? Please write this with me. A homogeneous mixture of mixture of 2 or more substances two or more substances. What we are going to study is known as the binary solution, in which we have only two components. So one word that we need to learn is binary solution. You see, there's a ternary solution in which you have three component. Quaternary solution, you are going to have four components. So binary solution with two components. Only two components. We are going to learn in detail about binary solution. Now, when we are having two component, one will be larger in amount, but other will be lesser in amount. So the one which is larger in amount, that is known as solvent. What is solvent? Component present in larger amount. Then we have solute component present in lesser amount. Component present in lesser amount. Okay. Now, whenever we talk about any solution, for example, T also is a solution only. You can take, approximate to a solution. Similarly, Ruafza, you must have had Ruafza, that is also solution. So all the Ruafza, like in every home, the Ruafza is prepared in a similar way, but it tastes different. Similarly, tea, it has a similar recipe, but it tastes different everywhere. And the reason is, one of the most important reason is the quality of tea leaves that we are going to use. The other thing is that how the people like it. Some people like it with more sugar. Some people like it with more tea in it. Some people will like it with more milk. Some will like it with less milk. Okay. So what is the difference between the tea? We have different teas, right? What is the difference? The difference is in the amount of solute that we have added. And that is known as concentration. So we are going to learn about a few concentration terms. So concentration is something that is going to define the solution. Okay, that is going to define the solution. Concentration terms. Now there is various ways to represent concentration, but what is concentration? Concentration. This is how I'm going to write it in short, concent, and then N dash. Concentration is the amount of solute present in particular amount of solvent और solution. Solvent या solution में से किसी चीज को भी चूज किया जा सकता है. जैसे कि आप किसी अगर चाय बनाने के लिए कहा जाए तो 3 कप चाय बनाना है तो 2 चम्मच या फिर 2.5 चम्मच चाय पत्ती डालो. ठीक है. You can say it. Or people can say what fast?
No, sir. 1 minute. Can you go up?
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
The other way is, for each cup of milk, add this much water. So in that case, we are talking about the amount of salt. But these things are not very important. Just take आपको idea लगाने के लिए. What we are going to study, that is more important. Okay. The concentration
Yes, sir.
terms. Now, the first concentration term that we are going to study is known as mass percent. This is mass percent. Now, mass percent is also denoted by W by W. Okay. So if W by W is 10, that means this mass percent. So what is mass percent? Mass percent is equal to mass of component divided by total mass of solution multiplied by 100. Now, generally, we talk about the concentration of solute. So that's why if I talk about the mass percentage of solute, this will be equal to WB. Achha, by the way, A is going to represent solvent, and I will be using capital B and capital A. Capital B will be used for solvent. So WB, that is the mass of solute divided by mass of solvent plus mass of solute, that will give you the mass of solution multiplied by. Okay. The formula is not very important. What is important? is you will be given some information in the terms of mass percentage. For example, you will be given 10% aqueous NaOH W by W. Okay, or it will be written 10% aqueous NaOH by mass. Both of these, they mean the same thing. Now, what they mean actually, they mean as soon as you see this particular statement, you will write 10 grams of NaOH present in 100 gram of solution. That's the first statement that we can write. Now, the solution, it is made up of NaOH, but what type of NaOH? Aqueous NaOH. That means we have water as well as NaOH. And the solvent in our case, in this case, is what it is? Water. So we can write one more statement, that is 10 gram of NaOH present in dash gram of water, guys. Tell me, what is dash? In how many grams of water is our NaOH present? If 100 gram of solution is there and 10 gram of NaOH, then what is the amount of water?
90 grams.
90 grams. All of you understood this? Yes or no? Please tell me. Alina, Faz,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alina. Okay, 90 grams. Now, this is the translation that I was talking about in the first lecture regarding this chapter, some basic concepts of chemistry. In this, we have to learn about vocabulary. But this is the translation. See, अब आप यहाँ पे ध्यान से देखिए जरा. You have got mass of, you have been given only one number. क्या नंबर मिला था आपको? 10%, है ना? आपको तो कोई और नंबर नहीं मिला, आपको सिर्फ क्या मिला? एक नंबर, that is 10. But from this one number, you can extract three numbers. What are the three numbers? WB, mass of solute, it is equal to 10 grams. Similarly, you can also say that the mass of solution is equal to 100 grams. You can also say the mass of solvent, it is equal to 90 grams. So in any of the questions, many of the questions, you will see that you will have a feeling, sir, something is missing. All the data is not given. So that happens in chemistry because you don't know the translation. There is something written in the chemical language you need to know, and you need to translate it to common English language, and then you will extract the data. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
So in
Yes,
general,
sir.
what I will write, in general, I will write X percentage. I'm writing aqueous, but it may not be aqueous. Most of the times it is aqueous, but it may not be aqueous. Aqueous something. Okay. So from here we can say that mass of solute, it is equal to X grams. Mass of solution, it is equal to 100 grams. And mass of solvent, it is equal to 100 minus X grams. Is that clear? Yes or no? Please tell me, guys.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Aqueous anything, ठीक है ना? I'm saying aqueous anything. कुछ भी हो सकता है. X percentage आपको दिया. अच्छा, by the way, यहाँ पे लिखा रहना चाहिए W by W. This is important. If W by W is not written, that means then it is not going to make any sense. अच्छा, चलिए ठीक है. If W is by W is not written ना, तो आपको जो मर्जी आप वो ले सकते हैं. आप V by V ले सकते हैं. You can take V by W. You can take W by V if there is not written. So whatever you feel like, you can take that. Okay. We'll talk about the other concentration terms also. Please copy this down. Raise your hand once you are done. Raise your hand once you're done writing.
Sir, done.
Ali and Faz waiting for you.
Yes, sir. Done.
Yes, sir. Done.
Next, we have two very similar portions. ध्यान दीजिएगा जरा. Second one is volume percentage. ये भी लिख रहे हैं. Alina, can you please turn your mic off? B is volume percentage. Volume percentage will be written by as V by V. ठीक है. So basically, अगर आपके पास दिया हो X percentage of aqueous something, then यहाँ पे लिखा हो आपके पास by volume. जैसे by mass लिखा रहता है ना. You can also write by volume. So if it is written, then what we will write X ml of solute in 100 ml of solution, or we can write X ml of solute in 100 minus X ml of solvent. This is more important. The formula for volume percentage, the formula will be as mass percentage only, no? Mass of solute divided by the mass. Sorry, for volume क्या करेंगे? What we will do? Volume of solute divided by volume of solvent plus volume of solute into 100. The same thing. But this is more important. This is how you will be given in the question, and then you will be asked to convert it into some different concentration. So this is for volume percentage. The other one, very similar to this one, is mass by volume percentage. Mass by volume percentage, which is written as W by V. You know, W by V is the symbol for it. They will write W by V. Now here, it's very important. If you have been given X percentage, should be X percentage of aqueous something. Okay, and in bracket they are written W by V. Now in this case, you have to be careful. You can only write one sentence. What you can write? You can write X grams of solute in 100 ml of solution. That's it. We cannot talk about solvent because आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते ना. 100 ml minus X grams. I think you must have learned this in the unit dimension and measurements, that if you are adding or subtracting, the units should be same. If the units are not same, you cannot add or subtract. है ना? You cannot from 100 ml. How will you subtract grams? How can you subtract mass from volume? You can subtract mass from mass. 5 kg minus 2 kg, 3 kg. You can subtract volume from volume. 100 ml minus 90 ml, 10 ml. How can we subtract 100 ml minus X? How can we subtract something which is mass from volume? So there is only one statement that is valid for this particular concentration term. X percentage of aqueous something will be X gram of solute in 100 ml of solution. That's it. Does that make sense, Alina, Ali, and Paz?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now the formula will be the same. What will be the formula? Formula will be the mass of solute divided by the volume of solution. Mass by volume into 100. First we had mass by mass into 100. Then we had volume by volume into 100. Now we have mass by volume into 100. Okay. So tackle that problem if it comes. It will come for one marks only. But this thing that we have writing, that is more important. Maybe if this has been done in the class, you may have seen this type of question also. That something is given in X percentage by mass and they're asking molarity. Copy this down, raise your hand once you are done.
Sir, done.
Ali and Faz done.
Yes, sir. Done.
Next one, B. There is one more parts per million. I am holding that right now. I will talk about molarity, and mole fraction. These three things, if time permits, because there is not much time. Well, first of all, talk about molality. Okay, and molarity. Then we will do some questions. Okay. Right. Next, molality. What is this? D. Just remind me. ठीक है, क्या remind कीजिएगा? ppm. ऐसा next class में ना हमको बस ये बोल दीजिएगा, सर ppm. I will remember that I have to do one more concentration term. Okay. D1 is molality. What is molality? The definition is very important. From the definition, you can understand each and everything of molality. What is the definition of molality? Moles of solute. Moles of solute. Of solute per kg of solvent. Per kg of solvent. Okay, so if you remember this particular definition, you will remember the formula also. Now, molality, it is represented or denoted by small m. Okay, we use small m to denote molality. So small m, that is molality, will be equal to moles of solute. Moles of solute per kg. Per means what? Divided by kg of solvent. That means mass of solvent. Mass of solvent. Important thing is that this mass should be in kgs. That's it. If I want to write the only denotation part, then I can write number of moles of solute NB. Number of moles, P is for solute, divided by W is for mass of solvent, A, in kgs. The unit is also very easy. Unit will be equal to what? Unit will be, here we have moles. In the denominator we have kg, so moles per kg or moles kg inverse. Right? This you can call as moles per kg. Or we can also say molal. One molal means 1 moles per kg, 2 moles per kg, or you can just use the small m. That's it. अगर ये भी आप लिख देंगे unit के जगह, then also it is fine. Please copy this down. Then we will do a question. You will remember the definition. See, formulas I don't give much importance. Sorry. But understand the definition, you will get the formula on your own. Okay? Then you will have more credit. Then you can play with the questions also. If you know what is the definition, how to do it. It isn't, if you are going to memorize formula, then you will be looking for where is number of moles, where is number of moles, where is mass of solvent. You will be looking like that. Okay, in the questions. So you will never be given the number of moles, you will never be given the mass of solvent. Okay. All of these things, you would have to extract them from the given information. Done till here?
Yes, sir. Done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm giving you a question. And I will solve it, don't worry about it. Write a question. Calculate the molality of 10% aqueous NaOH, 10% aqueous NaOH, W by W. So the first thing that you need to do is what? You need to translate the statement. ऐसे पूछा क्या molality पूछा, so you will write the formula for molality that will help you to choose a translation, because we can translate W by W in two different ways, with respect to solution as well as with respect to solvent. So when you write molality, it is equal to number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in kg. So you should have some idea what you need. Now we will translate this. Can you please translate this for me? What should I write? 10% of aqueous NaOH. What is the translation? Jaldi boliye. Bolo bhai. Don't write na. Tell me. What is the translation of 10% aqueous NaOH W by W? Alina, Ali, Faz, waiting for all of you guys. Say don't know. Just please say don't know. Don't waste my time. Say don't know if you don't know. What is the translation of 10% aqueous NaOH W by W? Don't waste my time. Please say I don't know, sir. If you don't know, if you know it, please say it. Na jaldi bolo. Alina, Ali, Faz.
Sir, don't know.
Don't. Have you seen this type of writing somewhere today?
Yes, sir.
Can you go back to the notes and see what translation I have shown you guys? We have written the translation of this type of thing. I said that is what is important. I said that.
10 gram of NaOH present in 100 gram.
Very good. 10 gram of NaOH. This is the translation we need. 10 gram of NaOH present in 100 gram of solution. Correct? Now please see. Please see here. I need. Just give me a second. I need the mass of solvent. I have got the mass of solution. So what I will try to find out the mass of solvent. I will translate it in the terms of solvent. So that solvent one will be 10 gram of NaOH present in 90 grams of water, because it is aqueous. Makes sense till here? Yes or no?
Yes,
Please
sir.
tell me.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything new till here? Is there anything new till here? Is there anything new?
No, sir.
No, sir.
What is a solute? What is a solute? What is a solute?
Water.
What is a solute? What is the solute? More के बिल्कुल
No, sir.
पहुंच जाएंगे दुबई.
NaOH.
What is this? NaOH is the solute. Very good. NaOH is the solute. What do we need to find out about the solute? Tell me, guys. In order to calculate molality, क्या find करना पड़ेगा solute के लिए? What do we need to find out about solute? पढ़ो ना. Molality is equal to,
Sir,
read this.
molality.
Molality is equal to, what is the formula? Tell me. What is written? Read the formula. Read it out loud. I want to hear you guys. Please read it. Molality is equal to, पढ़ने भी नहीं आ रहा आप लोग को. अरे कोई तो पढ़ दो. Molality is equal to NB. नहीं NB होगा. No, NB क्या हो? हमने ये कहा क्या? M is equal to, did I say that? M is equal to, no, I said molality. So you should also say, what is NB? You should not say NB. You should say what it is. Moles of solute divided by Ali. Makes sense, na Ali? Yes or no? Please tell me, Ali.
Yes, sir.
अब if you remember NB, क्या फायदा इससे? NB याद करने से क्या फायदा? After 15 days, you will be like, what is NB? So what you should remember? Moles of solute. Does that make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. So what is the formula? Tell me. Molality is equal to
Moles of solute by mass of solvent per kg.
in kgs. Very good. ठीक है. So I need moles of NaOH. I need what do I need? Moles of NaOH. What do I have of NaOH? Tell me, what do I have of NaOH? क्या है NaOH का मेरे
10
पास?
grams.
10 grams. Can I find moles from mass? क्या mass से moles निकल जाएगा बताओ? बोलो. Tell me what formula?
Yes, sir.
I need what formula? Don't write. अभी बोलो ना, मेरे से बात करो. Don't write these things. Tell me. Given mass. We can represent given mass by W. ठीक है ना? Molar mass by M. Given mass is 10. Molar mass of NaOH. Molar mass of NaOH. If that's in your copy, 40. है ना? So we will keep things in fraction until unless it is the last step. Okay. We will keep things in fraction until unless it is the last step. So 1/4 mole. कोई फायदा नहीं भाई 0.25 लिख के. There is no use of 0.25. What will you do of 0.25? बाद में डेसिमल आएगा और आप पागल होइएगा डिवाइड करने टाइम. ठीक है. Next, what do we need? Mass of solvent in kgs, but I have mass of solvent in grams. So what I will do, I will write mass W, mass of solvent in what kg, which will be equal to 90 grams. I want to convert grams into kgs. What I will do, divide by 1000 kgs. Does that make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This can be converted 0, 0 and 9/100. Make sense? 9/100 हो जाएगा. क्या ख्याल है?
Yes, sir.
9/100 kgs. Now we'll plug in. इसको no need to calculate this also. ठीक है? Just plug in the formula. Molality, it is equal. What is the number of moles? Number of moles of solute. How much we have found out? Very good. 1/4. Divide by what is the mass of solvent in kg?
9/100.
9/100. Denominator of denominator is numerator. What did I say? Denominator of denominator is numerator.
100.
सही. Very good. सही बात. So we can say, अलीना समझ में आया आपको?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. So 100 will go above. 100 divided by 4 into 9. अब देखिए कितना बढ़िया. ऐसे होगा ना? 4 and 25. Fine. So now 9 3s are 27. So my answer will be slightly less than 3. If this was, देखिए ऐसे approximation किया जाता 27/9 होता तो हमारा आंसर कितना आता? 3 आता. But my numerator is less than 27, so my answer will also be less than 3. So 2.6 2.7 के करीब आ जाएगा. I will write 2.7 moles per kg. Now this type of approximation आप नहीं कीजिएगा. This is very adventurous sport. Do not try this at home. ये बहुत सारी मतलब once you have experienced 11th 12th standard a few times ना, then only you can approximate things. ठीक है. Calculate करके देखिए कितना आ रहा है जरा. 25/9. मेरा सही है बिल्कुल. 2.777 मतलब करेक्ट आंसर वुड बी एग्जैक्ट आंसर अगर बोला विल बी 2.7777. बता देंगे आप लोग को. चलिए एक ट्रिक बता देते हैं आप लोग को. ट्रिक्स किएगा ट्रिक. ठीक है. All of you are having complete attention in the screen, yes or no? Tell me. I need
Yes, sir.
complete attention.
Yes, sir.
Don't you, if you are holding your pen, leave your pen. All of you left your pen, drop your pens. ठीक
Yes,
है. Now there is one observation when dividing by 9. बहुत आसान हो जाएंगी चीजें. 1 divided by 9 is equal to 0.11111. 2 divided by 9, you can see that is equal to 0.22222. 3 divided by 9 will be equal to 0.312. So similarly, if I have 7 divided by 9, this will be equal to 0.7. Now please see, if you divide 9 and 25, ठीक है, you just need to guess the remainder. So 9 2s are 18, and what is the remainder? What is the remainder, guys?
7.
बोलो भाई 7. ठीक है. Now you don't need to divide whole, you don't need to do this whole thing ना. ठीक है. I hope you do not need to do this whole thing. ऐसा आप कैसे डिवाइड कर सकते हैं ना. बहुत एग्जाम्पल, फॉर एग्जाम्पल 27 9 3s are 27. So 27 is divisible. So 27 9 9 9 27. So there will be 7 will be the remainder because 25 is 2 less than 27. 2 less than 9 will be 7. ठीक है. I hope इतना आप लोग को थोड़ा समझ में आ जाए. So what we can say, 2 7/9 है ना. ऐसे ही तो है. You can just guess it. If you can guess what is the remainder, if the remainder is coming as 7, so it will be 2.7. Whatever you have to multiply after that. Similarly, for example, आपको एक हम सवाल दे रहे हैं. For example, if you have 35 divided by 9, ठीक है. So what is the next number? What is the next number divisible by 35? Divisible by 9. Next number divisible by 9. 36.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
So if 36 is,
Yes, sir.
so what is the difference? Difference कितना है इन दोनों में? 1 का. So 9 minus 1 कर दीजिए, that will be your remainder. 8 आ जाएगा. ठीक है. So the answer for this will be 9 4s are 36. So this will be 3.888888. ऐसा. 3 बार बात तो नहीं लगेगा. ठीक है. वो प्रैक्टिस करने में आएगा. अभी तो नहीं आएगा आप लोग को. बस ऐसा कुछ होता जान लीजिए. This will help you. Maybe sometime if it clicks. Can you please copy this down? Now see, the important thing was this translation, no? This translation made everything easy. Yes or no?
yes, yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
what? No use of formula. वो formula उतने काम का नहीं है जितना translation काम का है. ठीक है. चलिए please copy this down and hopefully अगर आपके पास इस तरह के कुछ सवाल है, then hopefully you will be able to do this in your test. Alina के लिए, Faz and Ali, they have test after Sunday. By the way, next week you will be having the test. Okay. वैसे एक सेकंड जरा हम देख लेते हैं. We should do next week या फिर नेक्स्ट वीक आपका टेस्ट लेने से ज्यादा सही रहेगा. कंसंट्रेशन कम नहीं पढ़ा पाए अभी. Is everyone done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that's it for today. And we are going to meet on, hopefully that we meet on Tuesday. And if not on Tuesday, then we will meet on Thursday. Okay, Alina, you need to send me the question paper from tomorrow's test. जो आपके स्कूल में होने वाला है. Okay?
Okay.
चलिए ठीक.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
ये स्टोरियोमेट्री क्या है? मेरे को समझ नहीं आया पढ़ के टेक्स्ट बुक.
वो नहीं समझ में आएगा, वो हम पढ़ाएंगे तब समझ में आ जाएगा. ठीक है, सब्र कर लेंगे
सर
थोड़ा.
क्या
अभी पढ़ा सकता है, अभी मेरी दूसरी क्लास है. आप एक काम कीजिए, हम आपको एक लेक्चर भेज देते हैं. ठीक है, आप उससे देख लीजिए, समझ में आ जाएगा.
ठीक है सर.
तो डाउट हुआ तो आप हमको व्हाट्सएप कीजिए. ठीक है.
ओके सर.
ठीक. चलिए. ओके गाइस, बाय बाय, टेक केयर, अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
Alaikum salam, sir.
Am I audible, students?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good evening, everyone. How are you all?
Good evening, ma'am. Fine, ma'am.
Everyone's doing good?
How are you?
I'm also good. Not doing so good today because internet connection is extremely bad. So please bear with me, students. Let's wait for others to join and then we'll start the class, okay? All right, everyone, please take out your NCERT books with you. I won't be able to share my screen, so we'll... Okay? Students, are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, everyone, take out your NCERT books with you. You can switch off your video, yeah. It's like I can't see you. It's no point in switching on your video.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so everyone has taken out their NCERT books?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. So let us start and we'll discuss the principle of inheritance and variation, and let's see what the NCERT says. All right. Now coming on to the third paragraph that is there. Have you ever wondered why an elephant always gives some other animal, or why a mango seed forms only a mango plant and not any other plant? Given that they do, are the offsprings identical to their parents, or do they show differences in some of their characteristics? Have you ever wondered why siblings sometimes look so similar to each other, or sometimes even so different? These and several related questions are dealt with scientifically in a branch of biology known as genetics. This subject deals with the inheritance as well as variation of characters from parents to offspring. Inheritance is the process by which characters are passed on from the parents to the offspring. Whereas if we talk about the variation, now variation, it is the degree by which essentially differ from their parents. The inheritance is the basis of heredity. Am I audible, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me why is the variation always connected? Tell me, students.
What, ma'am? Can you repeat the question again, please?
Yeah, my question is, why is the variation always connected or related with the sexual reproduction and why not asexual reproduction?
Because in sexual reproduction, two different beings are reproducing.
Exactly, since two parents are involved and also that it involves the fusion of gametes. So these are the two reasons because of which the variation is always connected, or you can say it is always related to the sexual reproduction. Now present in the wild population of plants and animals to selectively breed and select for organisms that possess desirable traits. We know everyone remembers the artificial hybridization, students. You remember the artificial hybridization, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So in
Yes,
that,
ma'am.
superior parents were chosen and those superior parents were crossed. And the cross was made and it created the, you can say, the superior offspring. Now, talking about that particular thing, for example, through artificial selection and domestication from ancestral wild cows, we have now the like well-known Indian breeds such as Sahiwal cows in Punjab. So in Punjab, known as Sahiwal cow, and this cow is the result of artificial selection. So we can say that this phenomena wherein people understood that by cross fertilization, variation can arise. This has been lingering in the world for a really long period of time. Now, talking about Mendel's law of inheritance. It was during the mid 19th century that headway was made in the understanding of inheritance. Gregor Mendel conducted hybridization experiments on the garden pea plant for 7 years. Now, students, tell me one thing. Why did he choose the pea plant? Why not any other plant, student?
Because it has contrasting traits.
Yeah, because it has 7 pairs of contrast trait, and there are many reasons. Do you remember the whole list of reasons I gave you?
The number of offsprings produced are large.
Students, because like the internet connection is extremely bad on my side. Like I'm not even able to join the class. Yes? Yes, tell me. Repeat it again, please.
Large number of offsprings are produced.
Exactly. Large number of offsprings are also produced by the pea plant. So there are multiple reasons because of which Mendel chose the pea plant only. And after doing his hybridization experiment, Mendel proposed the law of inheritance in living organisms. During Mendel's investigations into inheritance patterns, it was for the first time that statistical analysis and mathematical logic were applied to the problems in biology. So, what happens is that Mendel was the first person to ever apply maths in bio, because of which many people were very shocked. They were like, how is this possible? How can maths be applied in bio? That's like so wrong. And like all of the people, they came to contradict his work. But his work was so legit and it was so good that it did not get rejected after all. Now, his experiments had a large sampling size, which have greater credibility to the data that he collected. Also, the confirmation of his inferences from experiments on successive generations of his test plants prove that his results pointed to general rules of inheritance rather than being. Mendel investigated characters in the garden pea plant that were manifested as two opposing traits, meaning tall or dwarf. We know that the pair of contrasting traits, they are known as alleles. So here he like started to study one character and the opposite if we talk about the height of the plant, so tall or dwarf. If we talk about the color of the seed and everything, so yellow by later scientists to account for all diverse natural observations and complexity inherent in them. Mendel conducted such artificial pollination true breeding pea lines. A true breeding line is one that, having undergone continuous self-pollination, shows the stable trait inheritance and expression for several generations. Mendel selected 14 true breeding similar except for one character with contrasting traits. So we can say that Mendel chose the 7 pairs of contrasting characters. Now, some of the contrasting traits selected were smooth or wrinkled seed, yellow or green seeds, inflated, that is full, or constricted plant. This much is clear, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, we know that the inheritance of one gene is known as the monohybrid type of inheritance. When we study the inheritance of one gene, we do so with the help of cross. And that kind of a cross is a monohybrid cross. Now, let us take the example of one such hybridization experiment carried out by Mendel, where he crossed the tall and dwarf pea plant to study the inheritance of one gene. He collected the seeds produced as a result of this cross and grew them to generate plants of the first hybrid generation. So when like how we did the crossing in the previous class, so when we do the crossing, what happens? We get the first generation, and that first generation is known as the F1 generation or the filial 1 progeny. Now, in that, Mendel observed that all the plants were tall like the parents, and none of the plants were dwarf. Because initially Mendel took a tall and a dwarf plant. So in the F1 generation, he found that all the plants were tall. None of them resemble the dwarf parent. Now, After that, he did the self-pollination. We know to find out the F2 generation, we do selfing. And then in that F2 generation, he found out that there were dwarf organisms as well. Now he took out the proportion or took out the ratio, and this is where maths came into biology. So the proportion of plants that were dwarf were 1/4 of the F2 plants, while 3/4 of them were tall. The tall and the dwarf traits were identical to their parental type and did not show any blending. That is, all the offspring were either tall or all of them were either dwarf, but there was none of them that had the height in between. Similar results were obtained with the other traits that he studied. Only one of the parental traits was expressed in the F1 generation, while at the F2 stage, both the traits were expressed in the proportion 3:1. Either the F1 stage or the F2 stage. Do you remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, there is a law that says that there will be no blending. What is the name of that law? Tell me the name of that law, student. Do you people remember the law of independent assortment or the law of segregation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what happened in the law of segregation?
When two
No
traits
one
do
is
not get
studying.
mixed, when two traits do not get mixed,
Exactly. When two traits do not get mixed or there is no blending. So that is what we see at the F1 also and the F2 stage also. Students, this much is clear to everyone?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, everyone has their NCERT